Every morning, millions scroll through feeds of glossy lifestyles and overnight success stories, only to chase hollow goals that vanish like morning mist. Welcome to the great deception of modern society. We've been sold a myth of success so intoxicating that it blinds us to genuine fulfillment. From childhood, we learn that success is a straight line. Good grades lead to a top university, which leads to a high-paying job, which leads to a comfortable lifestyle. Along the way, billboards and TikTok gurus whisper that more money, more followers, and more accolades are the keys to happiness. Yet when many finally arrive at that coveted corner office or amass thousands of Instagram likes, they feel an unexpected emptiness. The very formula they trusted has betrayed them. The social media mirage, social media platforms promise connection but often deliver comparison. Carefully curated snapshots, luxury vacations, effortless relationships, viral achievements flood our screens. We forget that each image is a highlight reel, meticulously crafted and selectively shared. In chasing these impossible standards, we measure ourselves against illusions. Studies show that heavy social media use correlates with anxiety, depression, and a pervasive sense of inadequacy. We scroll for inspiration and instead find envy. Success defined by likes is fleeting. Today's trending post is tomorrow's forgotten memory. The consumerism trap. Next, we are funneled into the consumerist path. Branded goods as status symbols, flash sales as milestones, credit cards as passports to instant gratification. Advertisements assure us that the latest smartphone or designer bag will complete our identity, signaling worth to the world. Yet every purchase delivers only a momentary high before our satisfaction resets, a psychological phenomenon known as hedonic adaptation. Fast fashion giants and tech companies prey on this cycle, engineering products that become obsolete within months. We chase novelty, not necessity, believing that accumulating things equals success. In reality, our possessions accumulate, while our sense of self remains impoverished. The education illusion. From an early age, we're told, study hard, get into a prestigious university. But top-tier institutions are not guarantees of purpose or prosperity. Tuition debt burdens graduates, while prestigious diplomas sometimes lead to career detours unrelated to students' true passions. Moreover, the modern knowledge economy values narrow specializations, creating a workforce of overqualified individuals performing routine tasks. Many find themselves trapped in roles that neither challenge nor inspire. When success is measured by alma mater rather than aptitude or creativity, we risk trading authentic growth for credentialism. The hustle culture hoax. Enter the hustle harder mantra. If you aren't grinding 24/7, you're falling behind. Startup founders celebrate sleepless nights. Side hustlers monetize every hobby. Influencers preach rise and grind routines. Yet ceaseless work often leads to burnout, strained relationships, and health crises. Paradoxically, chronic overwork can stunt creativity, the very spark that fuels breakthrough achievements. True innovation often arises in rest, play, and unstructured time. The hustle culture myth equates busyness with value, erasing the boundary between work and life, until we lose all perspective on why we started hustling in the first place. Redefining success. If the mainstream narrative is deceptive, what alternative emerges? Genuine success might be purpose-driven, aligning daily actions with values, contribution, kindness, curiosity, rather than external rewards. Holistic wellness. Balancing mental, physical, and social health. Recognizing that wealth is useless without well-being. Lifelong learning. Embracing adaptability over fixed expertise, cultivating resilience in an ever-changing world. Deep relationships. Prioritizing authentic connection over superficial networks, investing time in family, friendships, and community. Creative expression. Honoring the inner artist, thinker, or dreamer. Whatever fuels your unique vision. Overwrought productivity. Escaping the deception audit. Your influences. Unfollow accounts that trigger envy or self-doubt. Curate a feed rich in authenticity, vulnerability, and diverse perspectives. Practice contentment. Cultivate gratitude rituals. Daily notes of appreciation for simple joys. Recognize that abundance is as much a mindset as a bank balance. Set boundaries. Schedule strict off hours free from notifications. Use alarms or apps to enforce digital Sabbaths. Reconnect with play. Reintroduce hobbies that generate joy without tangible outcomes. Painting, hiking, spontaneous dance parties. Define your metrics. Create personal success measures aligned with your values, hours spent with loved ones, new skills learned, acts of service, rather than clicks or paychecks. By interrogating the polished myths sold to us, we reclaim agency. We learn that success is not a single summit to scale, but a winding path of growth, rest, and connection. Modern society's distortion of success extends far beyond superficial measures. It has infiltrated our deepest psychological drives, reshaped our values, and even rewired our brains through the algorithms we feed on. To see how pervasive this deception truly is, consider the following dimensions. The debt-driven dream. For many, the path to success begins with an education promise, a prestigious degree leading to a high-paying career. Yet this promise often comes at the cost of crippling debt. In the United States alone, student loan balances exceed $1.7 trillion, with average graduates owing over $30,000 each. Men and women enter the workforce burdened by monthly payments that dictate career choices, delay family formation, and stifle entrepreneurial risk. What was sold as an investment in future freedom becomes a shackle, forcing graduates to chase salaries rather than meaning. Metrics over mastery. In corporate cultures obsessed with quarterly earnings and key performance indicators, KPIs, employees learn to prioritize what can be quantified. Sales figures, website clicks, and productivity scores become the hallmarks of achievement, while creativity, critical thinking, and long-term vision fade into the background. A software engineer may optimize lines of code to hit a bug fix target, but never pause to refactor or innovate. A teacher may inflate grades to meet school benchmarks, but risk sacrificing genuine student learning. In this environment, mastery of craft is eclipsed by mastery of metrics, the algorithmic mirror. Every scroll, like, and share trains invisible algorithms to show us more of what we already consume. If we admire viral success stories, platforms deliver more of them, creating a feedback loop of envy and imitation. Worse, these algorithms magnify extremes. The flashiest lifestyle posts or the most sensational overnight success narratives rise to the top, while nuanced stories of steady, incremental growth remain buried. We internalize the distorted mirror that social media holds up. Success is easy, immediate, and glamorous. We forget the years of unseen effort behind every breakthrough. Case study: the startup grind. Tech founders are idolized as modern-day alchemists who turn ideas into billions overnight. But behind the headlines lie thousands of untold failures, ventures that implode, teams that fracture, and founders who burn out. The myth of the tech unicorn masks a grueling grind culture. 16-hour days, sleep deprivation, and emotional volatility. Pressured investors demand rapid scaling, fueling unsustainable growth. When the inevitable crash comes, whether a failed funding round or a market downturn, the psychological toll is profound. Anxiety, depression, and in some tragic cases, self-harm. The very dream of disruption becomes its own kind of deception. Philosophical foundations reclaimed. To counter these illusions, we can return to age-old wisdom. Aristotle's eudaimonia. True flourishing arises from virtuous activity aligned with one's nature. Rather than chasing arbitrary external markers, we cultivate character traits, courage, temperance, justice that yield enduring fulfillment. Stoic equanimity. Epictetus taught that what matters is not external goods, but our judgments about them. Wealth and status are indifferent. Virtue alone is truly good. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, we free ourselves from the tyranny of societal expectations. Buddhist middle way. The Buddha warned against both self-indulgence and self-mortification. Lasting peace springs from balance, neither clinging to pleasure nor fleeing from desire. We learn to work diligently without craving praise, to rest deeply without guilt, and to live fully in each moment. Building a personal success ethos. Define your true north. Spend time articulating your deepest values and long-term vision. Is your aim to lead with compassion, to innovate responsibly, to nurture community? Write a personal mission statement and revisit it monthly. Adopt slow success practices. Schedule regular, unplugged retreats, weekends without email or social media. Use this time to reflect on progress, celebrate small wins, and recalibrate goals. Measure what matters. Replace vanity metrics with soul metrics. Track hours spent in meaningful relationships, days with disciplined self-care, or projects completed for the sheer joy of creation. Cultivate adaptive resilience. Embrace failure as data, not defeat. When setbacks occur, ask, what does this teach me about my process, my assumptions, or my environment? Use those insights to pivot, iterate, and grow stronger. Invest in community. Seek out mentors and peers who value authenticity over appearance. Form accountability cohorts that encourage radical honesty and shared learning rather than competition for surface achievements. By exposing the debt-driven, metric-obsessed, algorithm-amplified illusions of modern success, we reclaim the possibility of a life defined by genuine purpose, balanced well-being, and creative actualization. We learn to distinguish the shimmering mirage from the solid ground beneath our feet.